Omi In A Hellcat, bro, just stop it.
In case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Omi In A Hellcat recently did an interview with Say Cheese, which is owned by Sean Cotton. He also did an interview with DJ Vlad. But to tell you the truth, man, it was pretty hard to watch because he was acting so butthurt through the whole interview. But before I get into that, let's take it back to how Omi In A Hellcat got on the radar. Omi started his YouTube channel in 2015. I'm only 18 years old, so back then, I was around 9 years old. But my brothers and cousins used to watch his show. What I remember is him vlogging, and at that time, nobody was doing what he was doing. I mean, he had a full-time cameraman with him doing drone shots and everything. Remember, this was 2015, and his rise was insane. I mean, he went from 10,000 to 50,000 subscribers overnight, then from 100,000 subscribers up to 500,000. That's some crazy growth. But the one thing that captured people was Omi's ability to storytell and his genuine feel. I think I remember him saying that Casey Neistat was one of the persons he looked up to, which makes a lot of sense, because that's one thing that captured everybody. His unapologetic way he shared his day-to-day life with the world. And I gotta give him his flowers because he had one of the hardest intros to a vlog probably to this day.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
But all that came crashing down in 2021 when he got indicted by the feds.
So, do you mind if we do a quick one?
What's going on?
So,
Sorry, I'm gonna
yeah, you want to put that down?
I
Yeah.
wish I had one of those. That's a nice little track.
So, tell me what happened yesterday.
Yeah, they came
The FBI came in.
for the first time. You know, the first time you guys came here, everybody said that it was bull crap.
Right. So, just tell me what happened.
Nothing. They just came in. They ran straight up to the ring, and they put a blue tape on the ring so we couldn't see. But obviously, there's about 30 cameras around the whole premises. So they came back for the things that they alleged that I did, the copyright infringement, which, you know, I don't think I ever did anything wrong.
You see, Omi is one of those guys or friends or family members that make money, have a lot of cars, but you really don't know what they do. So turns out, Omi was selling jailbroken fire sticks, which is a gray area. But Omi's personality is not the type of guy to let a good opportunity go unnoticed. You see, there are some guys that operate in the gray area and want to make it an LLC. They want to make a real business out of it. That's what Omi did. Instead of making his money from the gray area business and moving on to something more legit, that's what caused him to be arrested. But this still didn't stop him. While he was fighting his indictment, he went on to making sneakers. Just in case you guys didn't know, Nike Air Force Ones and the Jordan 1s are the most copied silhouettes in shoes. A good example of this is Bathing Ape. They started off with the Air Force One as their silhouette, and then they obviously got sued by Nike. But then they took that opportunity to start making a clothing line, which they now sell a lot more of. They rebranded and called themselves Bape. This is actually still going on right now. If you look at the Rick Owens shoe and then look at the Chuck Taylors, they're the same shoe. If I was Converse, I would reverse Uno the Rick Owens and create a more bulked up Chuck Taylor and call it the Doomsday. Then do a limited release and have sneakerheads and resellers camping out. But that's just me. Speaking of that, be on the lookout for my clothing line drop. And for that nut from the last video that said, bro, I think you're AI, I understand some people had to ride the short bus. In that video, I said this is an AI version of me. So you know what that means? I really look like this. I don't know, man. Blame my dad. But anyway, I'll probably make a video about my life story on how I started my gaming channel when I was a kid and I sold it to private equity for obviously life-changing money. And I also invested in a lot of technology that I created where I can make videos like this anywhere in the world just by talking into my phone, and it gets posted all in a few minutes. So what he should be asking is, how did I end up in his algorithm when I only have like 5 subscribers? Like they say, there's only 3 types of people in this world. People who point and say, look at that. People who say, what's that? And then you got people who create that. Which one are you? But let's get back to Omi. The main reason I filmed this video is because of Omi's interview with Say Cheese, where he claimed his wife allegedly stole from him, like money, land, and clothes. The clothes part is a little bit petty, but it got to a point where Sean Cotton asked him a question, and Omi went around and said this.
It's easy for her to say, come out and say, oh, he been cheating on me the whole time. But why was you there the whole time? Why was you there for 5 years? You know I never loved you. You know I never truly cared.
Nah, you did love her, bro.
I swear to God, did she know the truth? Only time I told her, like, I really felt like kind of in love. That's the reason why I went crazy, because I don't believe me being around y'all. I don't believe bro,
that you didn't love her.
I promise you, I didn't. I've never.
Me was somebody that you. Well, why did you give her so much access?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm loyal to a fault.
Man, cut it out, bro. You married her, but you wasn't really into her like that. But you gave her keys to your kingdom? Even Sean Cotton saw through that. He tried to give you the opportunity to pull it back. We don't really want to hear you bashing her on every interview you do, bro. I mean, it is what it is. You got locked up and she bounced. So she did whatever she did. And we really don't even hear her out there talking crazy about you. So there's a level of respect that she still has, I think. But he started wilding even more in the DJ Vlad interview. Omi basically started dry snitching on himself. I mean, that's what I saw. I was looking around like, man, how they even let this come out? He was on there saying that before he was sentenced, he went to DR, put a bunch of money up, and he got like $80 million in a trust for his kids. Bro, why are you saying this to everybody? Have you ever heard of the word clawback? I mean, whoever's looking out for Omi, man, this is not good. Cause him being butthurt and heartbroken is making him reckless. Maybe he's trying to show his ex-wife that he's still got money out there, but he's gonna end up losing everything. I don't know why they didn't delete that part out. I mean, giving everybody a play-by-play on how he hid money, I don't even want to repeat it here, even though he said it on Vlad. Let me know what you guys think about that, man. Going back to the Say Cheese interview with Sean Cotton, I noticed a weird energy from Omi towards Sean from Say Cheese. I know Omi was locked up for a few years, and he might have his guard still up, but Sean from Say Cheese was the guy who bought your iconic Hellcat from the auction and gave it back to you at no charge.
Millions of dollars in luxury vehicles were auctioned off at the B&O Railroad Museum today.
The former owner of those vehicles, a YouTuber, now in jail on charges of wire fraud and copyright infringement. Mercedes-Benz, Audi, and Lamborghinis were on display this morning as the U.S. Marshals tried to reclaim some of the money for the victims of Bill Omar Casquillo, also known as Omi In A Hellcat.
But then you turn around and give your first day out interview to one of your homeboys, and he got 700,000 views from that? Then Sean comes to interview you in New York, and you have him outside with the wind blowing, with bad lighting. I guess Omi didn't want us to see inside his apartment because it's small or whatever. I think Say Cheese got frustrated and just put the whole 1 hour video out. Right now, while I'm filming this, it's only sitting at 30,000 views. It'll probably get to a 100,000, but man, I think Omi owes him an apology. I hope Omi watches the interview and doubles back and says, look, man, I wasn't in my right mind. I'll give you another interview later on. But he definitely did a disjustice to Sean Cotton. The DJ Vlad interview will do a lot better because you know Vlad chops up his interviews. But you guys go watch the Say Cheese interview, then come back and comment if you notice the weird energy between them and why you think Omi did the interview on his balcony.
It's Balboa.